Conversations about climate change inevitably lead to talk of trees. And now, thanks to researchers at Harvard Forest in Petersham, at least one tree is talking back.
The tree tweeted, "It's raining heavily now. It has rained 5.4 millimeters in the past hour," which is a lot.
You heard right. This tree has a Twitter account. And by interpreting data from these monitors, the tree generates tweets for its more than 7,000 followers. Harvard Forest, Clarice Hart and Tim Rademacher explain.
Tim and I worked together to come up with over 100 different functions that the tree might sort of scan through and say, is this important thing happening? If it is, then I'll say something about it.
Young activists lead the climate change movement and have made international headlines with leaders like 16-year-old Greta Thunberg. This 100-year-old tree, however, can offer a very different perspective.
We have 100 years of research and a data archive, so when this tree talks about it being hot, it really knows that it's hot compared to the past 50 years.
True to Twitter, not all the tree's posts are climate-focused. It gossips about the neighbors, loves to talk about its kids, these acorns, and even dishes about dinner.
Poppy Violet asks, "How are you?" And the tree responds, "It's 59.9 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I'll spend the day making food."
This is one tree worth a follow, but researchers hope you won't miss the forest for the trees.
It could be any tree. We choose a red oak tree because that's one of the most abundant species in this part of the country.
We really use that as a pivot point to help people focus in on the trees around them in their everyday life.
Okay, so not many trees have Twitter accounts, but every tree has a story, and when it's time to read those stories, Harvard Forest Neil Peterson is the ringmaster.
I think everyone knows you can count the rings of a tree to tell how old it is. We can put very precise dates on it that can better inform us about how things work, how societies grew, collapsed, adjusted.
And solve mysteries? When a boat frame was uncovered deep beneath the foundation of the former World Trade Center in New York, Peterson was on the team that got the call.
So because ships move, the timber could have come from anywhere in the world. The data showed us that those trees likely originated from eastern Pennsylvania, and it dated to the early 1700s.
They further deduced that the Revolutionary War-era boat was likely used as landfill to expand Lower Manhattan.
If a tree falls in the woods and there's no one to hear it, does it make a sound? And trees can tell us the answer to that. Right here, between my two fingers, is 60 years. And what happened right here is the 1938 hurricane. It knocked down almost 80% of the forest. And then this tree was released from competition. And it just exploded in growth over the last 80 years.
Trees can act as their own storytellers, giving us information about the past, while this interactive simulator offers valuable information about our possible futures. Here's how it works. You make decisions that represent your vision of the future and then watch real time as a map simulates the consequences of your choices into the year 2060. More green means more forest, while red represents forest decline. Harvard Forest Director David Foster.
Today, in an era of kind of global change, many people feel that the big decisions are out of their hands. And yet here in New England, the single biggest drivers of change is what we as individuals, individual towns and states are doing to our land.
To put it another way, roughly 212,000 private owners control 75% of the forest in our state, meaning individual choices have a huge impact on our collective future.
That forest is a gift of history. It delivers tremendous values to all of our lives.
And the Harvard Forest researchers recently received a grant to explore large and long-term forest growth and development. COVID willing, that work will begin next summer. It'll be a study of old-growth forests over the entire northeastern U.S. As for the tweeting tree, well, the tweets are slow these days. The last tweet was sent in March. But once the tree starts tweeting again, plans are to tweet in Spanish and in French as well. We could also see a syrup-loving maple tree in our Twitter feed soon. Up next, Nicole Estefan is off on a climb.